This video is about people who actually do go around buying profile accounts and end up blowing them because they don't understand the market and they don't understand this thing we call risk management. So guys, I just wanted to address this aspect because this is something that I've been seeing online a lot, and I feel like a lot of people are so carried away with the saying about prop firms, and they are so carried away with the idea of just buying a prop firm and trying to pass a challenge just for the gratification of it and then end up blowing such challenges. Okay, so guys, I just had this idea and I wanted to talk about this. Okay, you don't need to buy a prop firm account if you do not understand what risk management is. And what I mean by this is very deep. Okay, it's not just any random saying or anything you're just gonna hear from anybody. Okay, first off, I want to take some time off to tell you guys, apologize about my environment and the fact that I'm a little bit short. Okay, I know you guys really can't see, but I'm a short guy. Okay, that being said, guys, I remember when I bought my first forex, that's my prop firm account. That was last year. That was a year end. I bought my first prop firm account, and that was with my forex phone. Okay, and what I remember happening with this account was that I took my first 3 trades and they were all losses. And what happened with these losses was that the first trade that I took was actually anticipating a 1:3, ended up losing. On the second trade, I tried to go in more aggressive. You understand? Now, the moment I tried going in more aggressive, I ended up losing even more, because it's like I was risking 1% on the first trade, and then on the second trade, I was rather risking 2%. That was me already risking 3%. And now on the third trade, I knew that I could still recover everything in one single trade. So I decided to be the next, the next big guys in the market. So I tried to go in like the big guys. And trust me, guys, I'm not even gonna lie, I was making a YouTube video while doing this, and I ended up losing this account. And the reason why I got back to myself and I realized that the reason why I lost this account was because I was trying to be aggressive conservatively over a series of trades. That means progressively. So it's like the more I took a trade, the more I became aggressive, and that was the very wrong way of me trading. And now that was what boiled down to what I'm talking about: risk management. And this was what made me lose my account. And now I'm trying to bring out this scenario to so many people out there. There are a lot of you guys out there who actually do have prop firm accounts, but progressively as you take your trades, most of the times you realize that you're risking more as compared to you trying to risk less. It's like you're on your first challenge and then you're towards your 8% goal, and instead of you trying to become more conservative, you're trying to become more aggressive, which is a very wrong way of trading. And this is something that actually leads to so many people, almost 80% of people, losing their prop firm accounts as a result of trying to be aggressive. And I'll explain one reason, something which is so peculiar about prop firms to you guys. There is one thing that I want you guys to take note before you buy any prop firm account. Before you venture or think about any prop firm account, there is something that I want you guys to think about, and this is called leverage. And it doesn't end there. There are two of them. We have leverage and we have margin. Now, what is leverage? Leverage is the amount of money or advantages that a broker gives to you after you bring margin. Now, what is margin? Margin is the amount of money you bring as a trader into the market to trade with. So if you do open $100 account, the amount of money, which is your margin, is your $100. That is your margin. Your margin is $100. But your leverage is the advantages or the capacity that your broker is going to add to what you already have. Okay, so that is going to be called leverage. So now, by the time we are talking about prop firms, now you get to realize that you're bringing a small amount of money to buy relatively very large account size to be able to trade with. And what does that mean? That means that you have brought in a margin of about, let's say, $100 to buy a $5,000, and then at a $10,000 account, and then at the end of the day, the broker comes with you, or the prop firm industry comes with you with a leverage now of $10,000. Okay, now the moment you have this $10,000, keep in mind your margin was what you brought in the market. Keep in mind that is what you brought in the market, and now you have a leverage of $10,000. $10,000 is the amount of money now that you'll be risking in the market. But now there is something that I want you guys to take note of. I want us to use a certain analogy right now. Okay, I want us to use a certain analogy right now in regards to what I just said right now. Okay, so trader A, who is called John, he had $100 as his money in his pocket. He used his $100 and decided that he was going to buy a $10,000 challenge of a prop firm account. Okay, now it could be any prop firm, but now the prop firm account states to trader A, which is John, it states to him, it tells him, John, on this $10,000 account we are going to give you, you will buy it for $100. And on this $100, take note, John, you cannot lose more than 12% in total drawdown of this $10,000 account. Okay, now John takes this information and he says yes, he has heard, he understands exactly what he's saying. And now John goes into this $10,000 account and he calculates his loss limit, which is 12% of $10,000, and it actually gives him $1,200. Okay, this is some maths. Okay, you should be doing the maths on your own as well. Now, the moment John realizes that he's having $1,200 as his maximum loss limit, John begins to think to himself, am I calculating my risk management based on my $10,000 account, or am I calculating my risk management based on my maximum loss limit? Okay, now this is where John falls in a dilemma, and then John decides to calculate his risk management based on his $10,000 account. Now take note of what happens here. So that basically means that John is going to be risking $100 per trade. $100 per trade, that is basically already $100 per trade, guys. Like, that's so much. Okay, if you're risking 1%, because $100 basically, according to the figures you'll be seeing on your screen, is 1% of $10,000, right? I think I'm correct with that. But then, guys, let's come to think of it. If you're risking $100 on $10,000 account, and I've told you guys that your maximum loss limit is 12%, guys, let's come to think of it. Will you be calculating based on your 12% risk limit, or will you be calculating based on the $10,000 that has been given to you? I mean, like, if you really do understand maths, guys, you're going to realize that I, for one, I won't be doing that. I would rather want to calculate based on my maximum loss limit, and my maximum loss limit is $1,200. So what does that mean? That basically means that if I'm calculating in that sense, you realize that the amount of money that you'll be risking in terms of 1%, imagine risking $100 out of $1,200, which is your maximum loss limit. Remember, $1,200 is your 12% loss limit. Imagine losing $100 out of your 12% loss limit. It basically means that you have to lose just 12 times and you are done. You are done. That's what it means. This is something that I have been thinking about, and I thought about it and I was like, yo, this is a trap. You have just 12 times to enter the trade and you're done. 12 times. 12 times, guys. 12 times and you're done. Do you understand? Risking $100 per trade, you have just 12 times to enter the market. You are done. But if you want to reduce it, if you want to increase your sample space where you can risk way more than 12 times, guys, then maybe you could take it like 20 times, 30 more trades, 40 more trades. Then you realize that you won't be risking 1%. You'll be risking way less than 1%. This is what I just had to share with you guys. I hope you guys do understand. I hope you guys do got something out of this. Okay, if you do understand, please drop in the comment section below. Tell me what you understood. I'll really appreciate if you did understand something, and I'll really appreciate if you guys do recommend me to make more videos for you. I'm in a mission environment, okay, so forget about the people passing behind and the background, but this is a school area right behind me, and I'm in a Catholic mission environment. So I decided to take a place which is so cool, quiet and fresh in the evening, such that I could talk about this. Okay, this is an idea which has been bothering me, and I really wanted a lot of us to think about it. Okay, is it preferable for you to be risking based on your 9% total drawdown, or is it preferable for you to be risking based on that's your $10,000 account? Okay, this is just an analogy. You can calculate it based on your $5,000, you can calculate it based on your $10,000, you can calculate it based on any account size, which is your prop firm account. Okay, so just comment in the section below. It is still very, very okay for you to risk 12 times. That's your 1% per trade. You risk 12 times and then you're done. Okay, it's still very okay. Besides, it's your money. But let's just think about it. Which sample space will you like to choose? As in, how many times will you like to trade in the market as compared to just trading 12 times? Because I, for one, I'm not going to be trading 12 times. I want to trade like 20 times in one funded account. Trust me, I don't want to trade 12 times. 12 times is way too small and easy enough for me to lose my prop firm account. So guys, think about it. Thanks for watching. Love you guys and peace out.